The 2024 Bigniu B-GX has a 1500 watt hub motor, 48 volt, 31.5 amp hour battery, front and back suspension, an inverted front fork with 4 inches of travel, and compression adjustment. The B-GX has a battery range of about 40 miles with pedal assist. Top end speed of 41 miles an hour dependent on rider and street conditions. Takes 6 to 8 hours for a full charge. Weighs approximately 94 pounds. Has a 330 pound capacity. The B-GX will fit riders from 5'4" all the way to 6.5 feet tall. Includes front and rear 203 millimeter brake rotors, 4 piston hydraulic disc brakes. The transmission includes a single speed pedal crank setup with a chain tensioner. The wheels on the B-GX are 20 by 5 inch wide. The tires are hybrid in nature, enough knobs to hold in gravel or light trail conditions, smooth enough to provide plenty of electrical mileage for your bike. Its color schemes include green, black, purple, blue, and gold. The B-GX lithium-ion battery is 48 volts, 31.5 amp hours. Comes with padded palm grips and a half-turn throttle. The color LCD display serves as a speedometer and odometer, shows a 5-bar battery charge, and pass modes. Pass modes come by default from 1 to 3 and can be altered from 0 all the way to 9. Your display will be set for a 25-inch diameter wheel. I suggest that you alter that and change it down to 24-inch diameter for a more accurate mile per hour reading. I found that at 24-inch diameter wheels, the speedometer showed 1 mile per hour faster than a GPS speedometer. This is the most important part. See this funnel spacer? This goes on top of the headset, pressing down on the top bearings up here. Do not leave it at the bottom the way it comes, because it'll jam up your bearings. Turn on the bike. Then press the up-down buttons for your pass selection on the right. I suggest first going to P4, that's the menu name. Once you're there, you're going to hit the side top button. And that's going to allow you to select your wheel size. I suggest 24-inch diameter.
What's that? Oh, look at that. It's a memorial to the Super 73. Okay, we're gonna do our driveway climb. Getting on our start line, past 9, no pedals. Let's see what speed we can hit climbing this hill on 3 bars. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what the flat track action is like here. Up from Ventura Boulevard, heading up Dixie Canyon, all the way to the crest, as far as up to the end of the trail as we can get. Climbing the mountain that separates Sherman Oaks from Bel Air, Beverly Hills area. 25 on past 9. No pedaling. 27, 28. 29. 22, 23, 24. Super steep here. You're in LA, pink BMW. 26. It's like going up into the Hollywood Hills. Same kind of terrain. steep canyon roads here. Holding a steady 24, no pedaling. And we made it, 25 miles an hour. We should not be doing this at this point. We are at the top of the San Fernando Valley, Santa Monica Mountains that separates us from Bel Air. We came up from a good 1/3 of the way down into the valley to here. Let's see what else we find here. Unbelievable. Takes a licking, keeps on ticking. We are in mountain bike territory right now. We have no business riding this bike here. Let's see what she does anyway. Down to 3 out of 5 bars. I'm pretty confident we have enough juice to get home. All right, we hit the end of the road here. Let's head back down into the valley. Yeah, we're full-blown mountain biking now. This is hilarious. I should be punished for the punishment I'm giving this bike. Rattling me apart. Look at my beautiful valley in front of us. What a view, what a view. Gotta let her rip now. Yeah, that's canyon. Fly off there, you are flying off the mountain. Coming up, you're getting smacked. So, day one of shooting left me with a lot of thoughts about the Bigniu B-GX. It's got some decent torque there, and the geometry, although a chopper bike with a long fork, it's not that far off for what you would need to handle well on the streets, to be able to handle some quick turns, quick reaction times, maybe even perform well in a fast-paced setting. So I'm rethinking how to approach this test. I think we're gonna do some different things this time around. So let's begin with the motor, 1500 watt, 48 volt battery. I'm hearing that this could hit 40 miles an hour, even with a guy my weight. I weigh about 185 with all my gear, my helmet, etc. Not an easy feat to hit on a consumer level e-bike, which is what I consider this. But I'm seeing reports in a lot of the Facebook groups that end users are hitting those speeds. We don't know if they're going uphill, downhill, how much they weigh. So that is something that we will definitely put to the test. I also want to see what this bike could do at top end speeds as far as handling. Not everyone's going to go out there and go as fast as possible and take quick turns the way I'm going to do in these tests. But I think that a bike that handles well is a safe bike. I want to see what it could do in a scenario calling for quick reaction time, quick bold moves to save yourself from disaster. And if we know it can handle that, then we know it can handle the fun stuff. We are going to set up this bike with the highest pressure recommended on the tires, which is 30 pounds. Inflated tires mean faster tires, mean tires that will give you better electrical mileage. So we are going to do that. They have 5-inch wide tires, 20-inch rims, front and back suspension, dual shocks in the back. So this bike will easily handle any bumps and jars that you might hit on the road. I feel like we could take this bike all the way to the 30 pounds recommended pressure without giving up any shock absorbency. Okay, what else? I was looking at the fork. I think that fork could be dropped down just a hair so it's not quite so choppered. I think this will quicken the head angle and will add to a more responsive bike. Now going in, it is a chopper. We're already pretty slack. What does slack mean? It means that you are much more stable at speed. What do you give up though? You give up quick steering. So I'm very interested in what it would do in a slalom type scenario where you're dodging in and out, say around safety cones, if you were doing a motorcycle license test, for example, that kind of thing. Maneuvering around, trying to slip into a parking space, backing it up, turning the handlebars. Is it going to turn like a truck or is it going to turn like a racer? We're going to see what it does. I'm not afraid to take it to the top speed because you have some 203 millimeter rotors on those wheels. You have front and back 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes. They do grab nicely. The brakes did need a little bit of an adjustment. The rear adapter was a little bit too high, too long, throwing the brake pads past the rotors. So as soon as those pads wear, you're going to basically get an uneven wear on the pads, and you're going to have a lip of pad that's going to kind of overlap on the top of the rotor, and it's going to cause vibration and kind of like a honking vibration sound. So that needs to be adjusted. The front adapters didn't have the complete set of the pivot washers, so there's only so much you could do there. But I feel like even on the first try, we got that wheel spinning nice and freely. What else? My thoughts on this bike is that it's a very versatile bike. It looks great, it looks unique. And not just is it unique, but I feel that this bike may be a very versatile bike. What I like to call a Swiss Army knife bike. Not sure why I feel that right away, but looking at the angles, sitting on it, it was quite impressive what it's doing. So I want to see what it could really do out on the road and perhaps other places. We have a few surprises in store for you, so let's see what we do. Anyway, those are my initial thoughts. I'm looking forward to hitting it hard tomorrow and continuing with this test review. So we took her out for the last couple of days, and once again, I'm very impressed with what we found. This bike can handle on the road, on the street, on the bike paths, can handle the off-road abuse we took her on, performed really well, maintained at least 40 miles an hour top end speed on different surfaces, different scenarios. Very good torque. Off the line, I was able to accelerate away from cars. Yes, it's a street chopper, definitely made for cruising, but it could handle much, much more. So, that being the case, what else can we throw at her? Oh, I already broke the speed limit. This is all pedal power right now, no battery at all. Bigniu B-GX. What an impressive bike. All along, I've suspected this is the ultimate Swiss Army knife of bikes. A cool cruiser chopper that could handle more. Bigniu in Chinese has a few different meanings, one of which is a sort of work ox, strong ox used for plowing, etc. And the Bigniu is most certainly not a workhorse, but a work ox. Bigniu also means awesome. And this bike most certainly was awesome. So we took it out. We rode it on the streets. We rode it on the bike paths. We took it off-roading on dirt fire roads. We took it on mountain bike trails. We climbed Santa Monica mountains. Took it from the valley all the way over to the top of the mountain. We took it to the track. We did flat track racing against mostly electric motorcycles, race motorcycles. We did the Gymkhana. We slalomed it through very tight turns and curves and circles. It could handle everything I threw at it. It could beat you off the line, great acceleration at stoplights, great comfort. Kick back, pedal angle with where the bottom bracket and crankset is situated was phenomenal. Would I pedal it up a mountain with no electrical power? No. But if I'm cruising and I'm doing some pedaling to work with the pedal assist, it is quite comfortable. It's also a very low seated bike. So this is something that for shorter riders or for female riders or teenagers could fit you quite comfortably. At my 6 feet, I was quite comfortable, but I know with my own kids, they gave it a try. It was well suited for them. So what's the final say on this Bigniu B-GX? 48 volts, 1500 watts. Top end speed hovering around 41 miles an hour. Quite a long range that honestly I never burned through. Climbing ability on steep hills, being able to reach 26 miles an hour and higher. So what do we say about this bike? Is it fire or is it dire?